Hi, it's Mandy from Grow HR. It seems a while since we did one of these blogs, but this evolving situation with Delta means it's timely to have a look at what's happening and what to be thinking about. So we are evolving by the day. We are moving from that elimination strategy to a vaccination strategy as a country. And that brings some different considerations for businesses and employers. We've had a few phone calls in the last week asking about how you can require vaccinations for staff as part of keeping people safe and services going. It has led to some really good conversations around actually how to look at the big picture and how to plan and prepare now. Vaccinations are a part of the jigsaw, but it's not all of the picture. This video is to have a look at some of the different areas to be considering as an employer and as a business, who to involve, what to document, and where to from here. So if we start at business continuity, Delta 19 we can see is spreading and has the potential to really spread through New Zealand. So the big questions to be answered are, how do you keep people safe at work and how do you keep your service delivery or operations going, irrespective of what's happening in our communities? So that takes some planning, and it's no different really to disaster recovery planning or business continuity planning, but like planning for an earthquake, what will we do? So it often in this situation comes back to, how do you do some form of risk assessment or hazard assessment? So in terms of what to look at, the first starting point is what could cause risk to your business, people, service delivery and operations in no particular order. You could have some current risks, and that could be service providers asking that staff are vaccinated to be able to go onto their premises, or clients asking the same question. It might be that you are subject to an existing health order. There are other risks to plan and prepare for, like community transmission if you're not already in an area where there is transmission. And what could happen if a staff member tested positive, close contact tested positive, you've got staff who don't want to work with other people that might be unvaccinated, or people saying I've got vulnerable people around me, and what are the impacts of that? There's staff who need to travel. So lots of areas of risk to be considering. So the best way to do that would be a form of hazard or risk assessment. So the steps to that is to say, what are the risks? What could stop my people from turning up to work or being able to be at work? Or what could affect how we deliver our services or operate as a business? Once you've got the risks identified, then you're in a position to be looking at what are the control measures that could be put in place to eliminate and minimise those risks. That could be about splitting staff into teams. It could be about people working at home. It could be about PPE. It could be about vaccinations. There's a myriad of control measures to be considering, with that primary question of what controls could be put in place to eliminate or minimise risk. For who to involve in this assessment, there is an expectation with any hazard assessment that workers and unions where present are involved. For some of you, that might mean involving all of your workforce. Others, it might be a representation of your workforce. You could do it team by team, area by area, or a representative from different areas. You have plenty of options. The advantage to offer involving staff in this process is that, one, you broaden out what you're having a look at, but also it helps keep calm. When people know what's happening, why it's happening, or what's being planned, it creates certainty, and certainty helps with calmness. So involving people, you'll have a look at all the different things that could affect your business. Those could be documented on WorkSafe. Have got a COVID-19 safety plan template, your hazard assessment template, or you might have a business risk register template. My advice would be, keep it simple. So your key things, looking at what are the risks, who could those risks impact, and what control measures could you put in place. Once it's documented, make sure staff know about it, communicate it, and give them as much certainty as you can, and keep asking for their feedback and input. In terms of where to from here, recommendation would be, once you've done that initial assessment, keep that risk register, hazard register under review at least monthly. It is a fast changing situation wherewith you might have to pull it out even sooner than that if there is a government mandate that affects what that looks like at this stage. So looking at it monthly, it keeps you thinking about what are the risks that you're noticing, observing, hearing, seeing. Keep talking to our businesses that are in current lockdown areas. What are they doing? What are they noticing? And if you're aware of any who have had COVID positive cases, how have they dealt with that? So learning from those that have been there, absolutely critical in these circumstances. So there is every potential that you may, as an outcome to those processes, require some or all roles to be vaccinated. It does need careful communication and involvement of workers. So we can only encourage that you don't just race into that and make that decision, and for staff to then be asking some broader questions. If you need any help at all with a risk assessment or process that you could follow, then get in touch with a member of our team at team@growhr.co.nz. Or if you've got a health and safety partner, keep in connect with them as well, because hazard assessment is a big part of this. So we will keep an eye on the situation and we will keep you up to date as this all keeps moving and where there's anything that's pertinent to business. I hope this has been of use. Thank you.